Hi there, Powers and Colin. Hope you guys are having a great day today. As your video lesson, there are 3 things I want to talk about. I'll talk about those 3 things. If you have questions at the end or when we look at anything, feel free to shoot a message on it. I'll be happy to take a look. So the first thing is our right hand. We'll go through right hand, left hand, and then note reading, aka how well do you know your fretboard, and all those things are important for his age. So let's go through those. So first thing is our right hand, making sure that we get a good parachute on here. And what we're going to try to do is just get him used to doing those right hand alternations, right? So just the act of like, how long can you keep this going for? Maybe what you could do is like have some sort of like timing game or some sort of like stopwatch. See who can do, like mom, like maybe you can do like this on one side and see how long he can go for. You can set up some sort of timer or maybe like a race around a track or something. So see how long he can keep that moonwalk going before he repeats fingers again. And then like maybe, actually that might be a good way of doing it, is like say he takes the guitar and then he does those moonwalks and see how long he can keep those going for. And then, go 10, 20 seconds, then eventually he'll kind of like, we space out a little bit and might start repeating fingers. Then it'll be your turn, Mom, to take those and see how long you can go for it. And for some reason the kids always seem to win around here, so that's one thing I want you to work on. Other thing I want you to work on is left hand landing on the tips of fingers. So just bringing the hand up, getting a good thumb on the ceiling, good mouse hole, you know the whole thing, right? And then making sure we can land on the tips of our fingers. So you might go, okay, play the note, put the ring finger down, ring finger up, middle finger down. Make sure you land on the tip of the finger. Middle finger up, pointer finger on the tip, right? So just making sure you're always landing on the tips of the fingers, right? That's important. You don't want to land flat finger like cello players. Cello players do this. Us guitarists, we need to be on the tips of our fingers so we don't bonk into other strings. So no matter what kind of guitar, he's playing electric guitar, he's playing classical guitar, tips of the fingers. Really, that's the big one on the left hand. And then number 3, as far as the next thing to do, note reading. Can he remember which note's which, right? Before you start reading the little black dots on the page, he's got to remember what these are over here. And he can do it, you just got to make sure and incentivize it, right? So making some sort of turn-based game, like it can be anything really, like whatever game he happens to be in. My son's not big into board games, this is who he is. But if I had like these like little vacuum toys and every time he did it, he would get another vacuum toy, that might work for him. So like some sort of turn-based game. Heck, it could be video games, I suppose, if you want to make it that way. Like, he gets something on the video game, and then, if you have Xbox or PlayStation. But just something that is turn-based where, you say G, and then he'll have some sort of a reason as to think of, like, which one's G versus, like, well, there's no real reason for me to do it. The same way that none of us, it was pretty different for me. I love what I do. I guess, maybe I'll go do it further fields. But a lot of people go to work for the paycheck. You got to figure out what the paycheck is for him. Right? What thing that makes him want to do it, and then just make that his currency. So making sure he knows that this is G, B, D, and you have A, C, E, right? We should definitely start working, make sure that we're remembering the names of those. And he can, you just got to make sure to remind him, right? Or have him a reason for him to really think deeply about what he's doing. So work on those things for me, and if there's no questions, I will see you same time next time. Take care.